You know, one of the principles of success that I've discovered is to find out what it is that you're good at and capitalize on it. Since I'm a licensed minister somewhere in my past anyway, I thought you might use a Sunday school or a Bible story to illustrate my point. I'm thinking of the story of the woman with the jar of oil in 2 Kings chapter 4 verses 1 through 5. There's a story about this woman who was poor and her husband had died, and he left her with 2 sons, and these creditors came to the door threatening to take the sons as slaves for the money that the husband owed them. So she took her problem to Elisha the prophet, and she asked him, what can I do? What can I do? And he says, well, his first response was, what do you have in your house? Now, always a basic place to start, right? You can only start with what you have. So she determined that all she had of value was a jar of oil. Not even a big jar at that. So Elisha encouraged her and said, go to your neighbors, go to everybody you know, and gather all of the empty jars in your neighborhood. Get as many as you can, not just a few, but get as many as you can borrow. As much as you stretch yourself. So the story goes that she poured that oil from her small little jar, and it continued to pour out until every one of the jars that she had brought in the house was full. Now, we can dismiss this as a fairy tale or a good old story or some, as some people do, or the Word of God, but the lesson is still valid nonetheless. When we are down to our last ounce of ourselves, we still have something to give. Once we learn what those things are and begin to capitalize them, that means to make money from them, then we can begin to realize that God is able to meet our needs any way He chooses. As long as we are willing to give everything we have and employ a little bit of faith and some elbow grease, you can never know what miracles might be awaiting you. I've recently heard dozens of stories from a group of entrepreneurs I've joined up with regarding just such remarkable events in their lives and lives of their family. Men and women who are down to their last few dollars, their last jar of oil, down to their last bit of personal strength and tenacity. Some were heavily indebted to credit cards or loans or both. But they knew they had something to give and something that God could use to bring them out of the financial bondage into the promised land of prosperity and freedom. Every one of them knew it was a gamble. But they knew that that staying where they were had no alternative outcome other than bankruptcy or worse. So they began pouring out their oil. And as they gathered together with other successful people and borrowed jars from them, that being wisdom and experiences, they poured out more and more, and soon they had a house full of jars brimming with oil of their production. And I'm excited to be involved in just such a project, a business opportunity that allows me to share my life, my vision, my passion, and my experience with any and all who care to listen. And the bottom line is, not only do I make money doing it, but I can offer others an equal opportunity to use the oil from their own jars to create wealth for themselves. The Bible also promises me in another Bible verse in Deuteronomy 8:18, it says, and you shall remember the Lord your God, for it is He who gives you power to get wealth, that He may establish His covenant, which He swore to your fathers as it is this day. So now I freely move toward the goals that He is helping me establish for myself, and I'm excited about helping others find that same freedom. In October, our company will be releasing a brand new blogging platform, unlike anything ever seen before on the internet. I mean, this thing is wow. It is so unbelievable. With it, a person can pour their oil out like never before. and help others get their message out as well. Businesses can use this tool to promote and advertise to targeted niche markets, uploading videos with a push of a button, posting to Facebook and other social media sites for free. And the cost to get started is merely $25, and it's $19.95 if you want to be an affiliate and sell the products. So on this blog down below, there's a big button, a big green button. It says click here or something like that. It says buy here. Click that button. Take a look at the thing. You know, it doesn't hurt. No harm, no foul. If you want to get in, it's $25. Then hit the blue Facebook button below that and Facebook me and tell me what you're thinking. Even if you don't want to get in, tell me what you think. Tell me you think I'm nuts. I don't care. Just talk to me, okay? Let me know you've read this. Let me know you've heard this. Let me know you've seen this. And take a chance. Move yourself off center. Get away from the everyday and make something happen in your life. I'm willing to help you. My life has changed so much in the last 6 months that it's crazy. So I'd like to help you. If you're looking for something, if you're not, hey, God bless you anyway. I hope this gave you some hope for some other areas of your life. All right? Have a good night. Steve Garrett signing off. Gonna go home.